checking out running back injuries. This list headlined by LaShawn Shady McCoy, obviously dealing with that MCL injury. Looks like Adrian Peterson, however, will be fine for Sunday night's game against the Giants. Now, running backs that you should be looking to pick up, as Dave Richards said, it's running back Armageddon, so grab them while you can, and let's focus on Carlos Williams. You guys have been waxing poetic about him, think that he can play very well. Mr. Prisco, when you analyze Carlos Williams here going up against Dallas, you've said that they could pack it in. What sort of game are you expecting from Carlos?
Well, if he gets the carries we think he's going to get, I think he can get 115 and a touchdown. I mean, that's possible. Because, look, Dallas isn't great against the run anyways, and they're not huge up front, so you can run the football on them, keep laughing. And I think Carlos Williams can get 115 and a touchdown, and if you have Carlos Williams, you're happy with 115 and a touchdown.
Oh, for sure.
The second of Jamie's two subs, which of course are powered by Subway, Eat Fresh, was Bilal Powell. He's been coming on strong as of late. Mr. Richard, big things from Bilal Powell against the Patriots?
I like him better than Chris Ivory this week, and we were talking about it as recently as Sunday while the Jets were playing that Powell, or it wasn't on Sunday, they were playing on Saturday, but we were talking about it on Sunday after they played on Saturday, that Powell looks like the better back right now. He's the better fit in that offense, and when they're trailing against New England, you're going to see Bilal Powell on the field a lot more than Chris Ivory.
You were talking to yourself Saturday night about Bilal Powell, huh?
I was on the radio on Saturday night. I wasn't by myself.
You know, I wasn't sure that he was actually alive, but like the abominable snowman emerging from his cave, Kristen Michael made an appearance this past Sunday in the Pacific Northwest to lead the Seahawks in rushing yards. He's clearly the guy to own, I think, in Seattle's backfield. What can we expect from him, guys, against the Rams on Sunday?
You know, the Rams have allowed over 5.3 yards per carry to opposing running backs the last 3 games. And I know Aaron Donald's been playing lights out, but he's one guy. And I think Seattle can try and scheme up otherwise. I think Michael's going to get the first shot at running the ball in this game. If he struggles, they'll move on to Bryce Brown or whoever ends up getting a hot hand in that game. That's just where they're at. But Michael has earned that first chance. And that's all that Seattle's probably going to guarantee us against St. Louis. They're at home. I got to like his chances. He's a top 24 running back.
Jonathan Stewart could miss this Sunday's game against the Atlanta Falcons for the Carolina Panthers. That could equate to a nice workload for rookie running back Cameron Artis-Payne. Do we trust Artis-Payne on Sunday?
It's very similar between Michael and Artis-Payne because we didn't know who was going to be the guy going in, and you got a different guy coming out of the week that you can look at and say, maybe I need to start this guy because, as Dave alluded to, it's going to be tough for running backs this week. So he got the most work. Fozzie Whitaker was an afterthought. Mike Tolbert only had 5 carries in that game. So you look at what the Falcons have done. Prior to last week, they gave up 5 rushing touchdowns in their 3 previous games. Now, they did do a good job against Denard Robinson. Say what you will about maybe that's more Robinson than the Falcons' run defense. But you saw one of those running backs who scored against this defense was Jonathan Stewart in the game 2 weeks ago. So I think Artis-Payne is a notch below Michael for a couple of reasons. One, Stewart could return. Marshawn Lynch isn't going to return. And Michael's ceiling's, I think, a little bit higher just based on talent. But he's certainly in that number 2 running back conversation for sure. Which
2 rookie receivers should you be targeting on the waiver wire? We'll tell you on the other side. Tuesday edition of Fantasy Football Today, right here on CBSSports.com.